We know the sell house, we the sell value. If you want invest, we go show you. Your money go grow, he no go loss. So come make we talk, no time to dollar. The mayor of house in there for you. See how see real estate now good. If you sabi road, you gon' make am bold. No be just land, the future you dey hold. Give me your day, yeah, make we run am cold. We know they do anyhow. Now better investment they down. Your money go rise, you know go fall. Make you no slack, make you no dog. We know they sell house, we they sell value. If you want invest, we go show you. Your money go grow, he no go loss. So come make we talk, no time to dollar. From city to city with your own package. Affordable price, no be baggage. Na quality shop pass, no be manage. Make we sign deal, no be just courage. If you want buy, we go guide you. No fall for scam, we dey beside you. The mayor of house in we day, yeah. We go make sure say you go check. Invest today, don't look tomorrow. The future day bright, no need to borrow. If you want, we make you follow. The mayor of house in we be follow, come. We know the sell house, we the sell value. If you want invest, we go show you. Your money go grow, he no go loss. So come make we talk, no time to dollar. The mayor of house in there for you. See how see real estate now good. If you sabi road, you gon' make am bold. No be just land, the future you dey hold. Give me your day, yeah, make we run am cold. We know they do anyhow. Now better investment they down. Your money go rise, you know go fall. Make you no slack, make you no dog. We know they sell house, we they sell value. If you want invest, we go show you. Your money go grow, he no go loss. So come make we talk, no time to dollar. From city to city with your own package. Affordable price, no be baggage. Na quality shop pass, no be manage. Make we sign deal, no be just courage. If you want buy, we go guide you. No fall for scam, we dey beside you. The mayor of house in we day, yeah. We go make sure say you go check. Invest today, don't look tomorrow. The future day bright, no need to borrow. If you want, we make you follow. The mayor of house in we be follow, come. We know the sell house, we the sell value. If you want invest, we go show you. Your money go grow, he no go loss. So come make we talk, no time to dollar. The mayor of house in there for you. See how see real estate now good. If you sabi road, you gon' make am bold. No be just land, the future you dey hold. Give me your day, yeah, make we run am cold. We know they do anyhow. Now better investment they down. Your money go rise, you know go fall. Make you no slack, make you no dog. We know they sell house, we they sell value. If you want invest, we go show you. Your money go grow, he no go loss. So come make we talk, no time to dollar. From city to city with your own package. Affordable price, no be baggage. Na quality shop pass, no be manage. Make we sign deal, no be just courage. If you want buy, we go guide you. The fall for scam, we dey beside you. The way of housing, now we dey here. We go make sure, say you go check. Invest today, no look tomorrow.
Remind me later. Just that my phone no dey ring. I'm supposed to use this song do ringtone. My phone no dey ring. Are we live? We're live? So we are not... so it means we are not playing that song again. We're just going to leave that song and start saying something serious. But I was enjoying my song. Why must you guys be live? Is it 6 o'clock yet? Yes. You're welcome to today's live discussion with my Ace China, the mayor of housing. I was just enjoying my track and the most important theme song for the most important housing brand in Africa, and I didn't want to stop. I actually was enjoying my follow come. But before we go into today's discussion, it's important to share this post with your friends. I don't know how they measure the people that share this the most, but very soon we'll find a way of measuring that, and we'll start rewarding those that share. I think Adeboye Alaba was the first person to comment in today's live. Did you see that classic? So Mr. Adebayo Alaba, you have just won 20,000 naira. Sorry, we have left out 10,000 stage since last week. Mr. Adebayo Alaba, so get that account name published for being the first to come on our live to comment. I have the screenshot here. You've just won yourself 20,000 naira. Why am I still trying to mention this our 1960 10,000? And I'm sending the screenshot to Aloy, the admin, to take notes. And then we'll be publishing Aloy's number before the end of the live for you to send your account details to him. And all the winners of today, you'll be sending your account details to Mr. Aloysius Eze for your prize money, because I'm too busy trying to collect money from those buying land to be sending money to you guys. But if you win and you wouldn't want to collect your money from Aloysius Eze, just inbox me directly that I should take your money for you. So anybody that wins and inbox me, I'll collect your money from Aloysius Eze and use it for breakfast tomorrow. So I'm sending you classic. I'm sending you Aloy's number. So you publish it on the live, and that's the number you'll be using to claim your prizes. Today I'm thinking we should finish this topic between now and the next 15 minutes. So by 6:20 we are done. And we can now take the 10 questions and see if we can finish them in 30 minutes and use the other 10 minutes to answer your own, to ask our own questions and then conclude by 7. Is that a good deal? If you say that's a good deal, please put it in the comment below. Just say good deal, good deal. So that we can take... Today is a simplified topic and it's something everybody needs. How many people are typing good deal? Let me check. If we don't get up to 20 good deal, that means I'm not even live. I'm just speaking to myself and I'm thinking I'm live. What's the opposite of live? If somebody is live on YouTube, what's the opposite of not being live? Is it... I know in live, if you are alive or dead, but on YouTube or social media, if you are not live, is it you are on alive or unlived, or Good deal. Oh, enough good deal. Beautiful. So let's get ahead. So today's topic is the simplified formula for success. If you go through our videos, you're going to see a video we titled The Real Formula for Success, and that is the full formula. The formula for success says success is skill plus talent, or passion plus skill stroke talent times action and association, all raised to power knowledge or bracket knowledge. So that's the full comprehensive formula. But we are going to simplify this formula, and this simplified formula comes from my posthumous mentor, Jim Rohn. If you watch our videos, you'll be hearing me mention a man called Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is the mentor to my mentor, one of my greatest mentors and one of the world's largest and most important super achievement coach is Tony Robbins. And the mentor to Tony Robbins is Jim Rohn. And Jim Rohn said, success is skills times action. So today's simplified formula for success is simply success equal to skill times action. And I would have ended it there and just call it a day. But because you guys said I should use 15 minutes, I'm going to break this down. So the simplified, I wish my real governor of Rivers State is watching this so that he'll see the simplified formula for success, because it sounds simplified. For those of you in Rivers State, you understand what I mean. Is success equals to skill times action. This is as simple as that. We're just going to break it down so that you can understand better. But if you can get this into your head and repeat it over again, success is skill times action. Success is skill times action. Success, and you know it and do it, you'll be successful. But before we start, what is success? I would like to read one or two definitions of what you call success. Everybody wants success, but some people can't even define success. What is success? Can I read some of your... I have my phone here. Success equal to skill. Yes, that's the formula. What's success? What does success mean to you? The definition of success, what does it mean to you? Success is it Yahoo Yahoo? Is success the name of an Akwa Ibom girl? So what's the meaning of success? What does success mean to you? Success. What's the meaning of success? I would like to read before I give you the best definition, because there are different definitions of success. And one of the longest definitions of success, I'll be doing that in a long video. So success is achievement, success is progress, success is means achievement, success is breaking barriers, success is victory, success is ultimate satisfaction, accomplishment. Wow, I'm liking what you guys are saying. There's a thin line between failure and success. I'm loving what I'm reading. So one of the best definitions of success and the most simplified and meaningful for the 20th and 21st century was given by a man called L. Nightingale. L. Nightingale defines success as the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. Progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. So you must have a worthwhile goal, not anyhow goal. And it must be progressively being realized. There is no end to success. You keep progressing in the realization of a worthwhile goal. So what defines success mainly there is a worthwhile goal and progress. So if you have a stupid goal, like you want to steal Nigeria's money, or you want to loot Nigeria dry by becoming an APC president, and you achieve it and you steal and loot Nigeria dry, You might have succeeded in your plan, but because it is not a worthwhile goal, it's not success. You might have a goal to go into hook up and start any kind of vice. Once it is not a worthwhile goal, it is not success. So the first definition of success is you must have a goal. If you don't have a worthwhile goal, you are not successful. For instance, in football, the only worthwhile goal, I love football so much because the goal of football is the goal. The goal of football is to goal. For those of you that are Igbo, when Ihan Acho was a striker, a Nigerian striker called Ihan Acho, I used to say in Igbo, Ihan Acho na football will goal. So the only goal in football is goal. So if you have a goal to be the best dribbler in football, you have a goal to be the most entertaining team in football, you have a goal to be the team with the best jersey in football, you have a goal to be the team with the most expensive players, and you don't score a goal, all your goals are rubbish. So without a worthwhile goal, there will be no success. So success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to define what skill and action is, and we'll see this formula in action, and we are done. So what is a skill? If you go to the dictionary or Google it will tell you a skill is the ability to do something well. But that's why here we don't teach you Google definition, because you can do something well that is useless. There's a video I've done that will be out soon called Useless Intelligence. If you have a PhD and you can't hold the dollar, because PhD is please hold the dollar. After your PhD, you know, please hold the dollar, your PhD is useless. So my own definition for a skill is an ability that can be paid for, or what they call in bigger English, a monetizable ability. For instance, there's a funny guy called Sabalo. Before YouTube became monetization started raining, he was saying like he had the ability of doing comedy skits, but when it wasn't monetized, Sabalo was a fool. When it was monetized, he became a don. So without monetization, a skill is useless. That you can sing very well and you don't go to sing where they give you money, your skill is useless. So an ability that can be paid for, that's a simple definition of a skill. And there are 3 factors that determines your skill. Number 1, how well you can perform that ability. Like if you can score a goal in your school team, but you can't score a goal in our local league, you won't be paid much. But if you can score a goal in Nigerian league, but you can't score a goal in championship in England, you won't be paid much. You can score a goal in championship, but you can't score a goal in premiership, you won't be paid much. But let's say you are Victor Osimhen and you could score a goal in your local league, Nigerian league, all kinds of league, Galatasaray, all kinds of league, Italian league, anywhere you go, you have the skill. You know it very well, you'll be paid very well. So how well you know the skill. Number 2, you might know a very good skill, like you are very skilled in building wooden bridges, and there's nobody that is using wooden bridges again, or you are very skilled in molding clay pots, not the artistic one, the local clay pot, and nobody is using clay pot again, your skill is useless. So the second attribute of a skill is how needed is your skill. If your skill is not very needed, you will not be relevant and you will not be paid much. And this is where most people need to wake up, because digital skills, understanding and uses of AI, application of AI agent usage is a new skill. And there are some skills that will never go out of vogue. Skills like selling, skills like persuasion, how to persuade people, skills like leadership, how to lead people. Those skills will never go out of vogue. Until Jesus comes, we'll be selling things. Robots will never take our place. And one of the most important skills now is critical thinking. If you can think the things that a robot cannot think, like if you ask a robot what is a skill, to answer you based on Google. But the ability that can be paid for is my own definition. I needed to think that out. Then the third and most important thing in a skill is how hard it is to replace you. If we can easily find somebody that can do something you do as well as you do, you are fireable. If we can find, if you're a graphic designer, and there are many graphic designers that can even design better than you, in fact, you are not just fireable, you're fired. So, but if you are so good that they cannot replace you, any price you ask for, they will pay you. Because you are so good, they can't replace you. There is a prayer in Man U that is so good that not only can we not replace him, we can't even substitute him. His name is called Bruno. In Man U, you don't talk about replacing Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Nobody goes near Bruno when it comes to replacement. But there's a goalkeeper that made mouth last time and made mistake. Please, if you make mouth like Onana, don't make mistake like Onana, because we'll replace you like Onana. So how hard it is to replace you, those three things determine how important your skill is. The next thing is, what is action? Action is, if you define, they'll tell you the ability to do something. But I tell people that action is work done. Not work attempted, not effort made. Work done. Force times distance is work. So if you did work and there was no shift in distance, there's no work done. So real action measures output more than input. That we asked you to cook for us and you went to cook, but the food no done, you never cook. So many of you measure your action by effort instead of results. If I ask you to go and sell, if you sold 3 things today, that's your action. But if you say I spoke to 300 people and I didn't sell anything, I took a lot of action. That's no action, because you can be taking opposite action. Like in sales, overselling is the opposite of selling. If you sell too much, you scare your customers. So action is output over input. And there are 3 things that powers your action. Number 1, the knowledge that powers your action. The worst kind of action and the most wasted action in the world is action born out of ignorance. The Bible hates it so much that it says, my people perish for lack of knowledge, not lack of action. For instance, Lagos is this way, Port Harcourt is here, Kano is this way, and I want to go to Lagos and I start heading to Kano. Is there any car in the world that if I enter, because I entered the aeroplane, I'll get to Lagos while facing Kano? Is there any amount of effort or action I take on the road to Kano that will take me to Lagos? Until I get the knowledge that I'm on the wrong path and turn, I will never get to Lagos. So knowledge is more important than action. As a matter of fact, most people are not failing because they didn't take action. Most people are failing because they are taking empty actions that are not powered by the right knowledge. So before you do, know what to do and know what you are doing. And in Nigeria, also know what is doing you, because some of you know what you are doing, but you don't know what's doing you. So very important. The second thing about action is the intensity of action. And the intensity of action is 2 things: strength and heart. That's why they say put your heart into it and put your back into it. Your back is strength, your heart is passion. So the intensity. And number 3, which is very important, especially, oh, I wish I have a plain paper here, especially in this age of distraction. If you don't focus your action, you will be taking action and you'll be wasting your action. Get me that notepad. If you don't, I'm going to demonstrate something. I hope there's a plain sheet here. These pages are ruled. Can you guys see this from that place? Okay, good. So let me draw something here. This is a ladder. Let me say this is 4 ladders. And these are 4 ladders. And you have that thing that crosses ladder is called the rung of a ladder. This thing that crosses a ladder is called the rung of a ladder. And to climb to the top of any of these 4 ladders is 4 rungs. And we give you 4 rungs of a ladder. Instead of you to focus on this one and say, okay, let me put 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, and climb to the top. You now say, okay, let me share the rungs across all ladders. If you don't do this and you put 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, you can never climb to any of the top because you've used your 4 rungs in 4 different ladders. But if you use those 4, let me call it steps because some of us will understand it better. If you use those 4 steps and mount them in 1 ladder and climb the ladder, you get to the top. But if you use those 4 steps and spread it in different ladders, you'll be at the bottom part. So most people spread their efforts and their action in too many things. You want to blow on Facebook, you want to blow on YouTube, you want to blow in your business, you want to be a content creator, you want to be a digital marketer, you want to be a graphic designer, you want to be everything. Only you then born to catch many rabbits, chase only one rabbit. You might need to write that down. To catch many rabbits, chase only one rabbit. And in the next 3 minutes, we are going to give you an example of the formula in action, and we can now start taking your questions. The formula in action is that 0 skills versus 100% action. If you don't know how to do anything and you take action, if there are mathematics in the house, 0 times anything in this world is what? 0. 0 times 1,000, 0. 0 times 1 billion, 1 gazillion, 0. So if you have 0, 1 gazillion action, you have 0 success. The same thing if you have 100% or 1 gazillion skills and you take 0 action, you have 0 success. Then the third one is the one you use to beat any competitor in the world. And there are 2 people that have perfected that. People used to argue about Ronaldo and Messi. And I laugh because I don't argue about that. You know why? Ronaldo is the most skilled footballer in our generation, while Messi is the most talented footballer in our generation. If you ask all of Messi's teammates, they will tell you Messi doesn't work as hard as Ronaldo. Ronaldo beats Messi in practice. Messi beats Ronaldo in natural talent, follow come. So how you beat somebody who is 10 times better than you in skills or natural talent is to take 10 times action. And one of the 2 people that have used this to dominate the NBA is Michael Jordan. When he was growing up, he was even kicked out of his high school basketball team that he was not good enough. He decided every morning before he goes to school, he would take 500 shots of basketball. He became the greatest basketballer till date. The same thing with Kobe Bryant. Kobe was taking 4 trainings a day while his teammates was doing 1 training a day. And he became one of the most skilled footballers. So the 10x rule said for you to rule your space, office, or industry, work 10 times harder than the best person in the industry. And many of you Gen Zs are not doing this. One of my greatest mentors on YouTube, or 2 of my greatest mentors, Dan Martell and Alex Hamosi, when I found out the amount of videos, if you go to Alex Homosi's channel today, you will see that this week alone, he has posted about 4 or 5 videos this week. And he's that big. And now said if Alex Homozy can post 5 videos in a week, I should be targeting to post 50 videos in a week. And I believe you, by the time we start doing 50 quality videos every week on this channel, we are going to be bigger than Alex Homozy that has 3.2 million. And we are going to do that very soon. So aspire to work 10 times harder than everybody you know, and you rule your space. And that's the 10x rule. And that's written in this book by Crankadon, the 10x rule. Work 10 times harder and you'll be 10 times better than every other person in 10 years. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens with time. So with that, I've come to the conclusion of my presentation. It's now time for me to take your questions. So you guys have to be watching so that if you grab any question, you just post it so that I can read. The book is sold anywhere they sell books. 10x rule is sold anywhere they sell books. Any book stand that doesn't have a 10x rule, call me, I will shut down the book stand. So remember our formula for today. All those plenty things I was saying, just remember skills times action. And the only way to improve your skills is through repetition of action. And you should work 10 times better than everybody in your industry. And be ready to do that for 10 years for you to become a master. I just saw a question. What is the difference between talent and skills? Collins Israel. Please, that's our first question. Nicholas, be taking note of this question number 1. What is the difference between talent and skill? The difference between talent and skill is talent you have naturally. Skill you develop by training. Like I have a natural talent for talking, but my talking was useless talk, so it was called noise making. And in secondary school, for the 2 years I was in class monitor, I was flogged so much that there was a time I was using pillow to go to class because they flogged me so much my bum had sores. And I always used to have blisters because I would cut grass. Thank God I was class monitor for 4 years. That's what saved me. So that is talent. But the skill of sales and marketing, I had to read. That's why this book is here. This one is skill. So that's why one of the best systems for developing skill is the Igbo apprenticeship system. Anybody can go and buy, market, and sell, but the Igbos believe that you must learn that trade for 6 to 7 years. So skill, you learn. Talent, you have naturally, you just develop it. So you learn skill, you develop talent. So that's the difference between Messi and Ronaldo. So skill comes by learning. Talent comes naturally and you only develop it. So that's what the difference between skill and talent is. So, but both of them are the same thing. The difference is one, like AI skills, for instance. Nobody was born with AI skills now. You have to learn it. Digital marketing, nobody was born with it. You have to learn it. But you know, some people, like they say, some are extroverts. Some people think that those of us that talk very well are good salespeople. We're not. We're actually good marketers. Sometimes the quiet ones are better salespeople than marketers. So skills, let me give you an example. There's a guy called My Ace China. He was born with natural academic intelligence. I didn't used to read much in school for me to pass. I was always coming first from primary school. I was the best SSC in Plateau State in 1997, best graduating in my class in UNN. So I didn't bother. But there's a guy called Jim Quick. Jim Quick fell down and damaged his brain, so he couldn't learn. He had learning disabilities. So he had to practice and build his brain that he developed the skill of brain power, that he now has a better brain than My Ace China from practice. So he had to learn how to learn. Me, I didn't learn how to learn because I had it naturally. So some people just have some natural things, some others have to learn it. That's the difference. So talent you have naturally, skill you learn by practice and learning. So I just saw, have you gotten another question?
Yes.
Yes, just read it for me.
Life of favor. He said, how do you overcome the need to feel mediocre in your place of work? I feel too comfortable as far as I'm not the worst. I don't need to be the best.
Yes, mediocrity is actually worse than failure. Mediocrity is, in fact, your comfort zone is where your dreams die. And that's exactly why I told you about the 10x rule. Many people don't know that. I have a quote I wrote recently that if procrastination is the thief of time, then pretense is the thief of life. As long as you are not the best, our truest self is our best self. Tell yourself the truth. When you did your best in anything in life, that's when you felt yourself most. So you can't say you are yourself when you are not the best. You are pretending to be yourself and you are wasting your life. So when you are mediocre, I'm not the best, but as long as I'm not the worst, nothing spoiled. Something spoiled because you are wasting your life away. That's what happened to the servant they called wicked and unreasonable. They gave him one talent. He said, as long as I don't lose this talent, I don't mind not having profit. Let me just keep the one talent. That's mediocrity. And the Bible called him wicked and unfaithful servant. So the giver of life expects you to do something with life. And you know that my quote that says, life is God's gift to you. What you make out of your life is your gift to God. So that one talent is your life. What you produce and give back to God is your gift to God. And if he comes back and you give him back your mediocre life, he will call you wicked and unreasonable and send you to the place of gnashing of teeth. But more than that, we are our truest self when we succeed so much that we can shout, "Hey, lele pimpi!" And then we can get that feeling of fulfillment. You're only yourself. Do you know what's fulfillment? You are fulfilling yourself. You're not fulfilling God. You're not fulfilling people. You're not fulfilling money. You're fulfilling yourself. So without being your best, you can't taste fulfillment. So please, that's the only essence of life. If not, stay at Papa's house, they chop rice, they chop beans till you die. Amen?
Yeah, another question.
Yes?
The person said, question 1, he said, is hard work not among the factors to help achieve success? How? And then second one said, how can one overcome inferiority complex?
Good. If you think what I told you about action, intensity of action is what is called hard work. Focus of action is what is called hard work. Getting the knowledge of your action is what is called hard work. To read these books before you take action is hard work. To wake up by 12 midnight, pray by 12 to 1, read my books from 1 to 3, and wake up and exercise 1 hour every day, and still read my Bible for 2 hours and read again. It's hard work. To do this live is hard work. To tell you guys to share this page is hard work. So when you know what to do, doing it is hard work, because self-discipline is the hardest work. Doing the thing you need to do to succeed, whether you feel like it or not, is hard work. Then the easiest way to overcome inferiority complex is practice. Practice. Because the only thing that can overcome inferiority complex is results. And the only way to get results is by practice. When I was in school, my secondary school, I went to a very high secondary school then. So I thought I was not as good as the other students. So I had inferiority complex from my JS1 till my SS1. When I got to SS1, I now found out the guy that was, because the school, we used to take position, the general school. But in senior class, they put all the best students in science class. So we are now all in one class. And I found out the guys that were coming first and second were not as intelligent as myself because they were not answering questions in class. They were only reading more than myself. And I didn't used to read. And I said, And I went and started reading. And from SS1 till even the SSC, I was the only 9 A's in SSC in Plateau State in 1997. So I started gassing all of them from practice. So sometimes you think you are not good enough. But when you practice, you find out you are better than those people you are admiring and making you feel inferior. And Eleanor Roosevelt said something. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. So you are the one allowing yourself to be inferior from lack of practice. For instance, because I know what I'm doing on this channel, you can see the two people I told you I'm comparing myself to. Dan Mattel, Alex Hormozi. Dan Mattel owns a private jet. Alex Hormozi owns hundreds and hundreds of $millions of companies. But I believe we are just at 20,000 subscribers. Go and mark it. By December this year, we'll be in millions of subscribers. If we're not up to 10 million, we should be somewhere between 3 and 5 million subscribers. Why? Because I practice my onions and I know what I'm going to do to get there. So you feel inferior when you don't know what to do. And what to do is practice. Practice builds confidence. If he's speaking, believe me, if you want to speak well or better than the mayor of housing, if you write a speech and you speak that speech and repeat it, maybe the speech takes you 10 minutes and you repeat it 10 times every day for the next 100 days. When you come out and give that speech, the whole world will be shaking. And guess what? All adults are lazy and forgetful. One of the people I gave 1 million naira in our last live, I don't know if that little girl is up to 12 years. She was able to memorize almost 5 minutes of my video. When we were kids, we knew how to memorize debate, memorize poems, memorize things. But now if they tell you write a speech, you say, I know fit, I'm not good in speaking. What kills most of us and keeps us in mediocrity is the deception by the devil to convince you that you are not good in anything. All skills are learnable by practice. All skills are learnable by practice. As a matter of fact, I have a negative experience or example, but it was a nice experience. You know, I was owing in 2014 and I was in Nigerian prison, in Owerri prison for 10 months. While I was in prison, I heard a very interesting prison escape event. They said a man was in prison and this is the fence of the prison. This is the roof of the last cell to the prison. So the man was sitting outside one day and he saw a lizard jump from this roof to the fence. He now said that, is it possible? He now went and took a rope and measured from the fence to the roof, drew a line on the ground, and every day he would draw a line the same distance and be practicing and be jumping. When he was practicing for months and could jump that distance, one day, everybody was looking in the afternoon. This man climbed the roof of the prison cell, jumped to the fence, jumped on the other side. Before the warders and the security people could come, he had escaped. So he could execute his escape from practice. So please, practice cures mediocrity. Go and practice. Next question. This should be the fourth question, right?
All right, so the next question here, the person said, does it mean one cannot chase more than one thing at a time, even if he or she has the ability?
Good. Nobody has the ability to chase more than one thing at a time. I used to be like you because I can dance, I can sing, I can rap. In fact, when I can do comedy, I'm funny. Most of you watching my video would have seen all this talented side. I can teach. So some people thought I would be a lecturer. I could do a lot of things. I can sell. But my mentor, my first ever mentor, Robert Kiyosaki, in this book, taught me the full meaning of focus. It doesn't mean you can't do more than one thing, but you do one thing at a time. I say to catch many rabbits, chase only one rabbit. So if you chase this one rabbit and catch it, you keep it. Start chasing the next one. So Focus is follow one course until successful. The only time you can start another thing is when you are successful. And success in business is $1 million. So you cannot be plaiting hair and be sewing clothes at the same time when you have not become a fashion. There are fashion designers in Nigeria that make more than 1 million naira $1 million a year in fashion. There are saloons in Nigeria that have saloon chains that make more than $1 million a year. So instead of chasing 10,000 naira hair, 10,000 naira sewing machine, you believe you are doing multiple streams of income, you're actually killing yourself. Diversification is diversification. You only diversify. Like me now, I'm only facing real estate. When I succeed in real estate, I can now add agric to real estate because I've succeeded. Even at my level that you people see me as a mentor, I've not succeeded because I've not built the biggest mall in Nigeria, which I want to do in the next 3 years. So there's a level of success where you get passive income. And what is success? Success is two things in business: $1 million from the business and a system that can run the business without you. Any business that you still need to run, you are not yet successful. You are successful when you can make $1 million from the business and when you have set up a system where the business can run without you. So when the mayor of housing starts running without me and I've made $1 million, I'll start agric. When agric succeeds, I'll start media. I have about 5 or different these things I need to start. But most success in business and dominion in business takes about 10 years. It's called the decade. To dedicate a decade. When you add dedicate and a decade together, it's called a decade. When you dedicate a decade, I started real estate in 2018. I am praying seriously to God that by 2028, I would have succeeded enough to start another business upon how talented I am. So what gives you the ability for you to do multiple things when you have not made $1 million? What makes most of us is mediocrity. Mediocrity is succeeding a little and relaxing and thinking you are okay. My dear, your mates in Silicon Valley, some of them are 17 years old, are building AI company worth $10 million. $1 million in Nigerian money is 1.6 billion naira. So you've not made 1.6 from your industry and you are thinking you can do multiple things. As how now? Jack of all trades, master of none. Chase 2 rabbits, catch none. Focus on one thing. Remember what I told you, how well you can do your skill. Many of us compare ourselves with our classmates. You are not competing with your classmates. You are competing with Americans. If you are playing football, you are not competing with Eyimba. You are competing with Ronaldo, with Messi, the best in the world. Next question.
How can someone discover he or her talent?
Good. Your talent, I've said this before in our presentation. Please, these 3 circles are very important. I think we'll need to buy a small whiteboard or something that I can stand and demonstrate. These 3 circles are very important. Draw them if you have a jotter. The first circle is what I can do easily. There's nobody without ability in the world. There's something you can do easily. That person that said even when she has the ability to do multiple things. Many people can do many things, but there's one that is your talent, and I'll show you now. So write a circle of the thing or the things you can do easily. Second circle, write of all the things you can do easily, which of them do people pay the most for? Like me, I be comedian, they pay comedian. I dey dance, they pay dancers. In fact, if you know P Square, we used to compete with P Square. They were in St. Mulumba's College, Jos. I was in St. Joseph's College, Jos. We used to compete. They were, I think, 2 years or 1 year my senior. We used to compete. And anytime those twins dance, their school will beat us in miming. But if it's cultural dance, I was dancing in both the miming club and the cultural troupe because to show you how good I was. They pay for dancers, but how much now? They pay a lot of things, but I found out the highest paying skill for my mouth work is sales. So check all the things you can do very well. What are in the industries in the world that pays the most for it? And choose which of those your ability is the one that people pay the most. And then come the third circle is find somewhere that you can learn it the most. Ability, demand, example. Ability, demand, example. If you have a wonderful ability and nobody is demanding it, and there's no example of somebody that has succeeded with it, you don't have a talent. Let me give you an example. There's a guy called Flavor Nabania. He was singing in the choir. He had ability to sing, but he noticed there was no high demand for gospel singers those days. Because those days they didn't used to pay gospel singers, not like Mercy Chinwo then now that they pay a lot of money. So what did he do? The demand then was for secular music. He ported from church to enter Sheikh Kuku. Gerikatankanta Sheikh Kuku. And that's how he discovered his talent outside his calling. So your calling is something you can do well, that people can pay the most for, and there is an example of it. So those three circles, there's something you can do very well, and there's somebody already using that thing to make 1 million. Find them and model them. Yes? This should be the 6th question. Who is counting questions so that we answer only 10? How many questions now? Is this the 5th or 6th?
This is the 4th.
Huh? This should be the 5th. 5th or 6th. Okay? How many questions have I answered? Tell me in the comment.
Now the next one, they said,
Okay?
when there is no opportunity to build one's talent, what does one do to build it up?
There is always ability to build talent. Let me give you an example. If your talent is bodybuilding and you don't have a gym, there's a block industry next to you and there are stones around you. There is a mentor of mine, John Wooden, that said something. He said, don't allow what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. If there is no football club to take you, there is field everywhere where you can play with yourself. Practice your shooting, practice your dribbling. Call children in that area, tell them to try and collect the ball from your leg. If you're a musician and there's no studio, there's voice note on every voice recorder on every phone. Put your phone, record yourself, sing, and practice every day. Practice does not require anything. You must not go to Olympic field to run. Start running on your street like, say, you be thief where they pursue. And when you can run very well, you now go to Olympic and win gold and shock everybody. Please, you guys should not be looking for opportunity without adversity. Adversity is the best opportunity because adversity is the test of desire. When you desire something, challenges and adversities will come and try you to know whether you desire it. The Bible says it's like a man building his house on sand. When the storm came, everything failed. That storm is adversity. But he said when a man builds his house on a rock, everything will fall on it. It will still stand. So opportunity, you become the opportunity by practice. Preparation is the opportunity. The best opportunity in this world is preparation, and there's nothing you can't prepare. And there's nothing you can't find on YouTube. Whatever is your talent, if you go to YouTube, how do I develop my writing talent? You will see different lectures on YouTube. Stay there, learn the lecture. If writing articles is your talent, write 10 articles every day for the next 5 years and see if CNN will not notice you. All those people breaking Guinness Book of Record in Nigeria, did they go to US? They found out the record that somebody can cook for 3 days without non-stop. Me, I feel cook for 4 days. Oh. Did Guinness Book of Record come and create opportunity for them? They created opportunity for themselves by practice. Practice is the best opportunity. Amen? Next question.
We have 3 more to go. After this one,
Okay. So we've done 7 questions now.
Okay. So this one said, what is the disadvantage of not paying attention to your goals and skills?
The disadvantage of not paying attention to your goals and skills is poverty. Poverty, oh, poverty. Go and look at some of those people that are still working at 70. You see those old security men, those old people that are still coming out in their shop in front of their house. Ask them what happened to them. Some of them will tell you they were once working in one big company and they were paying them money. They were eating all the money where their mates were building houses. Now their mates are collecting rent. Then they are going to security. So if the life of poverty and mediocrity and misery is sweet for you, why will you have goal now? One of my guy, I think El Nightingale said, no, Jim Rohn said, if you want safety, you can just go and stay in one room. We'll be bringing you food every day until you die. You don't do anything. Just stay in one room. We'll put TV for you. You'll be eating. You don't go out. You stay there till you die. But what life and what benefit will that be to you? The joy of living is achievement. So the disadvantage of not paying attention to your goals and your future is poverty and misery. That misery of you go see your mate, they do something, you go they do your own for your mind. Say, Kai, I see myself driving my private jet in my mind, while your mate are driving it physically. That's all. So if you can, my mentor Jim Rohn said something. He said, there are 2 pains in life. The pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. Ounces is like milligrams. The pain of discipline weighs milligrams, while the pain of regret weighs kilograms. Milligrams and kilograms is times 1,000. So if you want to enjoy regret in your life, please don't pay attention to your goals and skills. If you love regret, please don't even attend our live. Don't come to this channel. Unsubscribe from this channel and stop watching the videos here if you love regret. But if you love achievement and fulfillment, then you are in the right channel. Next question.
One said, you said to catch many rabbits, we should chase only one rabbit. Does it mean that one can't acquire many skills and still be perfect in one?
Jack of all trades, master of none. No. Why waste your time on a skill that cannot pay you up to $1 million? You can acquire 200 skills and be perfect in one. For what? The hunter of an elephant, does he have any business catching rats? Have you seen somebody going to hunt elephant and he will be catching rats? Rats are distraction to people catching elephants. What will those skills do for you? Remember, our definition of skills is an ability that can be paid for. If you want to learn 200 million things, go and learn. But if you want to learn what they pay you for, that one skill, there are people that from only talking earn 1 billion naira. There are people that from only acting earn 1 billion naira. There are people that from only painting earn 1 billion. Anything you want to learn must be something that has $1 million pay. It's called high-paying skills. You must master one skill that pays the most. You can learn a lot of things. Like me, I know how to write contract in business. I know how to hire people. I know so many things. But the main thing that is my main skill that pays me, that I focus my mind, spirit, soul, and body every day, is sales and marketing of not everything like Temu. I am not Temu. It's sales and marketing of only buildings and estate lands. Even normal lands. You don't call me for normal lands and I'll listen to you. If the land is not in an estate or my estate, I don't have any business with it. People rent out houses. I don't do that. Even in real estate, I don't do everything. I don't do rentage of properties. I don't help people look for land. I don't do agency. I don't do so many things. I do development and sales of my own estate lands. So please stop deceiving yourself. We live in an age of distraction where every week there is a master class. Learn how to make ice cream. You learn them. You cannot do it like Cold Stone ice cream. You have wasted your learning. If ice cream is your passion, learn how to make ice cream and build a chain of ice cream stores like Cold Stone. The owner of Cold Stone, does he have two heads better than you? If it's palm oil you learn to sell, the owner of Banga Oil, do you know how many billions of naira he makes every month from processing and bottling Banga oil? Please stop thinking small and thinking petty things. The things that are plenty in the bush is rats. We that hunts elephant, we see one elephant, we focus on that one elephant, we target it until we bring it down. But if you are interested in rats, 20 rats cannot reach the tail of one elephant. Amen?
This one is the last.
So the last question for the day,
How can someone overcome fear in discovering his or her talent?
Fear is something you have not done before. Let me give you an example. When you had not driven, if you are somebody that drives, you go to fear, say, hey, I go fit drive. If you've not spoken in public before, you'll be afraid. Hey, the first day you speak in public, tension. Exams, when you were still starting exams, if you notice, any school you go, is the first two exams that will scare you. After the first two exams, like university, your first year, second year, by your third year exams, now walk over. Secondary school, by your JS1, JS2, by from JS3, exams are walk over. So anything you have not done is what you are afraid of. So it's still back to practice. The more you practice your talent, the more the fear goes away. Because, let me give you an example. You know how to rap, but you have been rapping in a cold room because nobody, they see you, they cap, you just they flow, they go. Then people think, say, you they smooth like snow. So you don't even know, say, your flow, they smooth and they think they flow like, you can't, they do them privately. They practice every day. One day, you now record it or somebody is passing and shouts, wow, you are so good. And you say, okay, the next music talent hunt, I will just go and try. The next musical talent hunt, you are so afraid and you still go and do it. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to do it irrespective of the fear. You are afraid, though, you go and rap there and they start shouting, yeah, LLPB, you can rap. Fear don't go. Especially when alert follow the thing. When they knock you small alert like this, fear will just run. So practice kills fear, but more than practice, alert kills fear. For those of us that are in sales, the first time you sell something and they pay you money, blood of God. You will not be afraid of fear again. You even like fear because you want to fear not selling. Instead of fearing selling, you fear not selling because you love the alert. So that will be all for today. But remember, our last slide says, from a quote from my mentor, Grant Cardone, he said, success is your duty. Success is your obligation. Success is your responsibility. Success is your duty. Success is your obligation. Success is your responsibility. When I remember the parable of the talent, I remember that God didn't put us in this world to be mediocre or to complain. God put us in this world for us to succeed and come back and give him our success testimonial. Because success is our duty, success is our obligation, success is our responsibility. So for those of us that are Christian folks, success is your calling. And the least thing you can do is the 10x rule. Because every Christian should be 10 times better than every other non-Christians. If you go to Daniel 1:20, they say Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were 10 times better than every other person. So if you are not 10 times better, you are not a faithful Christian. You're a wasteful Christian. If you say you're a Christian, you must be 10 times better. If you say you're a Muslim, you must be 10 times better. If you say you're a Hindu, if If you are not 10 times better than the rest of the religions, your religion is false. And the only competition that is healthy in the world is the competition of success. You should succeed so well that your story will inspire others to want to succeed. Thank you very much. I'm going to ask a question right now. It's 7 o'clock, and the first 10 people to get the answer will get 20,000 naira. Adeboye Alaba has already won 20,000 for being the first to comment. And before I ask the question, today's question is going to be a bonus question. It will be an academic question. You must get the reply and you must get the spelling. What is the reply for Elele Pimpi? The reply, the first people that can tell me the reply for Elele Pimpi will get 20,000 naira. So take note. Take note. The first time people, you know the reply now. What's the reply for Elele Pimpi? Every day you'll be watching my video and you'll be hearing me shout, Elele Pimpi. What's the reply? So the first time people just get their names and then you can type it somewhere and that's all. The official reply of Elele Pimpi. The first person to get it. Facebook.
From YouTube, yes, from YouTube.
Yes. The speed of the typing, you have to watch very well.
I saw that person.
No, it's 10 people you get, or the first 10 people.
No, that got it right.
I got it right. So my people will get the first 10 people that got it right. I know Sophie got it, but I don't know if she's among the first 10 people. Sophie is always winning, so check the first 10 people. Sometimes network of where you are might affect how soon your chat comes in. So the first person, from the first person, count the 10 people and we have our 10 winners. I still have 20,000 to give away for the person that will tell us the topic we are going to discuss next week. I want to give you 20,000 if you pick a topic that impresses me. What should we talk about next week? If you pick a useless topic, we won't discuss about it and you will get 20,000. 20,000 will force you to pick an important topic. Don't go and pick how can we make Labour Party successful. So the official reply of Elele Pimpi is Elele Tielele.
Angel from Facebook.
So Angel from Facebook. Angel Henrietta is number 1. Then check from.
I got the correct spelling.
That got the correct spelling. So from Angel Henrietta, please check what Angel Henrietta put there and check the people that are following her. If your spelling is according to her own and you are close to the 10 people after her, you're a winner. We'll gradually fish you guys out and announce that. But what do you want us to talk about next week? Just say the topic, talent discovery. No, I won't talk about talent discovery. If you don't know how to discover your talent from what I spoke today, how to survive in every economy, how to start up a business without fear of failure, how to overcome fear, how to leverage your relationship for financial success. Which one you like for these topics?
Sorry, can you name them?
How to start up a business without fear of failure, how to survive in every economy, how to leverage. I think I like that economy one.
Then somebody said, okay.
I think how to survive in every economy.
There's one interesting one somebody posted there.
What was the one?
He said, how failure breeds success.
Okay, how failure breeds success.
Yes, I think that's
Okay.
very important too.
How failure breeds success. I like that.
Yes, it's very, very
So we have two topics
and
we are trying to choose for next Sunday. You guys are going to vote now and we will choose one, the winner. One topic is how to survive in every economy. The other topic is how failure breeds success. So if you choose how to survive in every economy, start typing how to survive in every economy. If you choose how failure breeds success, start typing it so that I'll now choose one of them. We are watching how to survive in every economy or how failure breeds success. So start typing so that we can choose one of them. The one you type the most. Stop giving us topic. There are two topics to choose from. How failure breeds success or how to survive in every economy. Start how to survive in every economy or how failure breeds success. Start typing. Let's know which one. I've seen how to survive in every economy. How failure breeds success. How to survive it. Check which one. I think how to survive in every economy is more. So how to survive in every economy has taken the day, and Angela Ella has won the 20,000. I'm going to screenshot her.
okay,
Yes. So, but you guys should get me the 10 people that got the TLLA. We need to announce it as we close. So it's already 7 and we call it a day. Our next topic for next week is how to survive in every economy, and Angela Ella has just won herself 20,000 naira. So Aloy, please help us to check from the people that got our LLT. Our people who are here trying to how to survive in every economy by Angela Ella. So Angela Ella, you've won 20,000 naira for choosing our topic for next week. Adebayo Alaba, you won 20,000 for being the first to come on our live and the first to comment. 10 people starting from Angel on Facebook has won 20,000 each. So we are giving away 240,000 today. And if you want us to give away more money, recommend your friends to subscribe to the channel. When we get to 30,000 subscribers, we'll start giving away 30,000 naira to 10 people. And that's how we'll keep growing until we get to 100,000 subscribers. Then instead of increasing the money, we'll increase the number of people from 100,000. So that's how soon, if by this time next week you guys are able to go to the nook and crannies of Nigeria and get us 100,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away 100,000 naira to 10 people next week. But the questions will not be as easy as the questions will be serious questions. These are first live. You can see last week we were testing the microphone and a lot of things were scattered. This week we have improved on what we are doing and this is a better experience than last week. So please, our topic for next week is how to survive every economy. We are done for the day and we are watching. Please, if you have not subscribed and turned on your notification button of all, you see the button, you click the one with all. You've not gotten the 10 people, it's still hard.
we've gotten
The 10.
yes. So one.
Get the names now. Just type the name somewhere and put on the live broadcast and we are done.
Okay.
Yes. Or we can call the names.
We'll do it on the Facebook.
Okay, call the names.
So we first the other person is Agani Root.
After Angela on Facebook, the second Winner is Agani Root, yes.
Yes, and then the next one is Oyindamola Jumi.
Oyindamola Jumi is number 3.
Gift Ifunaya Obi Edwin.
Gift Ifnaya is number 4.
Then we have Omaomi Hafola Shade.
Amaomi Hafola Shade winning again,
Then
number 5.
Sophie.
Sophie always winning, number 6.
Yes, I think Joy Victor.
Joy Victor, number 7.
Yes, so I think it's 7 people that got it right. The rest they are just repeating.
Okay.
So that's for YouTube. Oh, that's YouTube. So this is YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube. So okay, we've called Gift Ifunaya now. This
Yes.
and Sophie. So they are the same people.
Okay.
That one's YouTube.
So we'll fish out the 3 other people that have completed 10 and we'll publish the list. Have you seen someone else?
No.
Okay. So we'll fish out the 10 people and we'll publish the list on Facebook. And you can send your bank details to the number that will also be published there. Is Aloy's number there? So we are putting Aloy's number online and we are calling it a day. But before we call it a day, this is my closing obsequies for the evening. Every nation, every state, every location, every background, every race, every religion has the equal opportunity to succeed. Success does not discriminate between race, gender, color, or nation. What different locations, different economies, different backgrounds does to us is to create a false illusion of barrier in our mind. It will tell you you are too poor to succeed. It will tell you you are from Nigeria, you can't succeed. It will tell you you are this. But anything it tells you, there is already somebody succeeding in this internet age. Do you know that there is a Nigerian that even bought an airport in London? For a Nigerian to own an airport in London legitimately, you should know that anybody anywhere can succeed. And the only person that can help you succeed in the world is not my Ace China, is not your mentor, is not anybody but you. You must have the hunger, the desire for you to want to succeed. And there are 2 important things that are important for success: gratitude and hunger. Hunger is what drives you to want to succeed. And sometimes when you succeed and you are not grateful for your success, you are still a failure, because success without fulfillment is failure, according to my mentor, Tony Robbins. So you must have gratitude and you must have hunger, so that when you succeed, you'll be grateful, but you don't settle and you continue. The difference between most of the Nigerian footballers you're seeing and Ronaldo is that Ronaldo is so hungry and so grateful, yet he doesn't settle. He wants to keep going and going and going. Hunger is not a curse. Hunger is a gift, but it becomes a curse when you waste it. The most hungry places in the world is Nigeria. But instead of hunger for success, instead of hunger for our dreams, we're having hunger for food, hunger for immediate gratification that will not last up to one day. And that's why we are so hungry we can sell our vote for 5,000. But the problem is, how much is your dream? If your dream is worth a bottle of beer, you can sell it for a bottle of beer. But if your dream is priceless like my own dream, nothing on earth will stop you. If they change the economy, they change the government, even if they start pouring us hot water if we come out every day, I'll still be coming out and pursuing my dreams, because my dream is stronger than any adversity that any country, any human being can throw. It is you that determines the price of your success by how much hunger you are willing to have. It is you that determines whether you are worthy of your success by how much gratitude you have when you get it. And when you get it, there's one factor that those of you that factor in that will determine whether you'll be proud or you'll be humble. If you get it and you believe it's by your strength, you'll be proud. If you get it and you know there's a factor called the G factor that God helped you, you'll be humble. Those of us that are humble know that of all our getting, it is God that is giving us. Because in 1 Corinthians 4:7, he said, what have we gotten that we did not receive? I told you my job and my talent is my mouth. I didn't create my mouth. I didn't go to the market to buy my mouth. God gave me my mouth as my mouth work and my mouth talent. And I'm so grateful to him. And that's why I said gratitude and hunger. It is that gratitude that makes me to stay humble. So we will know whether you believe in God when you succeed, because all of you with proper skills and actions will succeed. But after you succeed, only those that believe in God will be humble. See you next week.